What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Nerds of UVM. I am your host, David. I'm joined by my friend Bob.
Hello.
And I'm joined by my friend Io.
What's up?
Now, folks, you might notice that we're missing one of our own.
I get room.
Gives Bob some room, but Luke is unfortunately not going to be here for this set of episodes.
Dude, introducing me? That was weird. I was expecting, for some reason, muscle memory kicked in and I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird for me, too. But we're going to dive right into this. It's a shame that he's not here, but I think it's okay because he's not really into this topic as much as the three of us are. I think. I'm pretty sure. He doesn't really watch.
Sorry, Luke, we're going to typecast you like that.
No.
So, Bob, you're the one who brought this up, actually, and it's going to be a super long one because it's just so dense.
There's a lot to it.
Why don't you just walk us through what we're doing today?
Okay, so TV network, I guess we all might agree with some of the best track records for superhero shows is the CW. They kind of broke the mold, especially with Arrow for season 1.
Yep.
Nobody expected CW to go have the amount of success that they've had with the superhero genre on television, especially gaining Supergirl from a CBS network.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was to be expected.
That was to be expected. I mean, when it was on CBS, it felt like it should have been on CW, just because it should have been. Mm-hmm. But there have been highs and lows throughout the years, for about 6 years, starting out with Arrow, and general discussion of what we like and what we dislike about it.
Do you want to go first?
Yes. Okay, so I was going to lead this topic off starting about Arrow, how I think it just has not fallen apart, but they just don't capitalize on certain storylines that they could.
They haven't captured that momentum that they had since season 2.
Season 2, 3 and 4 were letdowns for me.
Season 3 was a bummer. Season 4, I think, was actually trash.
It was, I mean, they went too hard with the magic stuff.
After Laurel, I left you alone to grieve. I was being nice. You have no idea how much I hate being nice. Only you.
That's not even the problem I found. I felt like it was just dull and it was boring.
Even though the actor who plays Damien Dark, I like him.
Oh, he was great.
He was great as Damien Dark. He's got charisma. Yeah. You know, there's a reason why they brought him back for Legends, which we'll talk about in this episode as well.
Oh, boy,
I know. We're gonna fight on this, but whatever. I thought season 5 was back to its good old days with Prometheus, and they used the cast size very well.
I feel like have you seen season 5, Io?
Yeah.
I feel like season 5, it was back to what I like more. It
still wasn't as good as season 2.
It still was not as good though.
Season 2 is still my all-time favorite.
I actually like season 1 more. I feel like just because it has a bit more grit and it's like a lot of it is on his own. So I feel like it's kind of like I don't know, the character. I think I don't know, for some reason, just like this version of Oliver Queen, like he works better on his own.
Killed that man. You don't have to do that. Yes, I do. Nobody can know my secret.
Like I see him trying to be like a team leader and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it kind of
I
like it's a little weird at times. I'm like, this isn't really sort of your MMO. This isn't really what you're good at. You were the lone wolf for 5 years, and now trying to work with people again. That it seems a little bit backwards.
But he also understands that without help, he would have died. Like,
I recognize that. That's why he brought John and Felicity on.
Yeah.
Also,
but like
Felicity.
If you see that season 1, like he's walking alone, he's taking out bad guys and stuff, and like you see an army kind of attack him, and he's doing that on his own. But now he can't take a room by himself, so he needs like a bunch of guys to help him with that, which never happened in like the first 2 seasons.
Well, I think they're also getting to the fact that he is 6 years older, and he's taken a lot of punishment. I mean, both emotionally and physically.
Have you been keeping up with season 6?
I haven't watched the last like 5 episodes.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I mean, they had like so much momentum coming off of 5 with that giant ending. I mean, I was so psyched for this next season to come out, but they just haven't been able to capitalize on that momentum.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. Which is a huge shame. And I'm not blaming it on miscasting as well. There are okay, so I love Laurel Lance's version of the Black Canary the best.
Black Siren?
No,
Like her Black Canary incarnation.
in season 2.
No, the
Season
actual
3.
Black
No,
Canary.
Sarah Lance in season 2.
I thought you said Laurel. My bad.
Oh, I might have.
I think you said Laurel.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I meant Sarah Lance. I liked her version of Canary in season 2 the best. Laurel's was horrible.
Oh.
I like her. I'm not saying I don't like Katie Cassidy as an actress, because I think she's better as Black Siren.
Agreed.
I think she has more fun in the villain role. I think still there are corny parts, and they drop the ball on the character, but I like her better as the villainess than the Black Canary. And then this next version, she's okay. She just doesn't hit the home run.
I think she services the role the best, honestly. She's the one I'm least annoyed with most of the time, the current Black Canary.
Okay.
Dinah Drake.
I don't mind her. I think she has the physicality of the role.
Yeah.
She can do it. It just doesn't hit home for me. I think maybe because there's been so many reincarnations of the Black
Now,
Canary.
here's the thing. I've got something to say about Sarah Lance.
Yo.
Right? I am not like a Sarah Lance fan.
Okay.
Everybody was like super into her when she first came out, and like, oh my gosh, Sarah Lance, she's such a badass, and oh, she's Black Canary. And I never really cared.
Okay.
I thought she was fine. I thought her romance with Oliver, especially in season 2, was like forced beyond belief.
Yeah, I thought that was forced.
Especially after. Here's the thing about Oliver Queen's
I like how
romance.
you get upset because you start laughing. You start laughing.
No, here's the thing, right? Especially like after he fucking he cheated on Laurel with her sister, got her sister missing, probably dead. That's what he thought for like 6 years. She comes back. Fucking does her get what? This doesn't make any sense. I mean, Oliver. Like, here's the other thing too. They try to make him all virtuous and stuff like that, but also half the time they're making him the biggest prick in the entire show.
No.
They do.
That's an issue with Oliver Queen. I don't know. I'm gonna if I just gonna ramble, I'm just gonna lose track. So please continue both of your thoughts of like where Arrow is right now.
I feel like Oliver Queen's portrayal is more. It's not like the actual Green Arrow we know. If you guys have seen Smallville, right?
Yes.
I've seen Smallville. Are you talking about like Justice League or Young Justice or something like
that.
Yeah.
I feel like the Green Arrow in Smallville is actually like how he's supposed to be represented. Because like this Green Arrow is much more like Batman, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
Yeah, that's what
he's got that Batman brood and.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people got for flack as well. And I think if the CW could actually afford the rights to a Batman series, they might have gone Batman instead of Arrow.
Instead of Arrow,
I'm sure they can because
definitely.
they're like an affiliate with Warner Bros.
Well, I mean,
it's
if
about whether or not Warner Brothers wants to say yes, go make a Batman show.
I think so.
Because that's what it is. It's like a licensing thing. That's why they couldn't have Deathstroke on for the longest time.
They can't have it on anymore.
Yeah, because now he might be used in the movies.
That sucks, though.
Yeah, and they don't want to. Like,
'Cause Manu Bennett-
That's the reason why they couldn't use Harley Quinn in like the Suicide Squad portion.
And they just like
Yeah.
had her in the back and like just
Yeah.
hey, put in or
That
whatever.
was actually Tara Strong too. Did you know that?
Oh, who is she?
Tara Strong. She's the most prominent Harley Quinn voice actor. She was Harley.
That's it.
She was Harley Quinn in Arkham City, Arkham Knight.
That's where I remember
I think
her from.
she's a DC Superhero Girls.
Yep.
That's on the air right now. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, I think why I liked it the best is because granted, when they got into the Mary Crew serum stuff, that kind of it wasn't too far fetched. I guess they made it work.
No, I don't think anything the show introduces is necessarily super far fetched. Although I know you have an issue with the magic in season 4.
Well, I liked it because it was like it was dark and gritty and like air quotes real world implications.
Yeah, I think magic was the wrong place to introduce. I think Arrow was the wrong place to introduce magic in the CW universe. It should have been Legends of Tomorrow, but Legends of Tomorrow is a hot mess. They probably wouldn't have handled it any better.
Wait, what about Flash? Because like they've got the whole superhero thing, like the powers and stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's not super impossible. I mean, I think Flash has some like magical based villains, so it wouldn't have been impossible.
More mystical based, at least.
Green Arrow is definitely not the place to do it. Either Supergirl, which I know they did with like Mr. Mitzelplick, and then there was that awful rendition of the Music Meister. I don't know if you remember that episode.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing, right? Music Meister from the Batman, The Brave and the Bold. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I know.
I saw that.
You showed me
Music
it.
Meister. Yeah, it's great. I fucking love that episode.
So I'm the music meister.
He's the music meister.
And everyone just fawns.
He's the music meister. And we are all his pawns.
And so for me it's destiny to be the maestro of villainy. Yes, I'm the music meister. And I'm here to settle the score.
It's just that's not that character in the CW series, and that's the other thing too. They take these characters and they really just like do weird things with them in the show. Black Canary is a title rather than like an actual person. Rather, it's not Dinah.
Yeah.
It's not Dinah Lance.
Yeah.
It's a number of people, which I myself had a little bit issue with because I mean, you're able to subvert expectations in the comic world, but I mean they didn't even really do the thing that I think a lot of fans wanted, which is make Oliver Queen fall in love with the one true Black Canary.
Yeah.
That's the OTP right there.
Yeah, that's true.
One true pairing for you noobs out there.
But then, I mean, I think the best thing the Arrow has going for it right now is still like they're like the climax episode for the crossovers. Like
Legends was the one this year.
Was it Legends this year? I think it's also well. I mean, they usually have that episode where it's like things are like getting really hairy, or it's like the climax. I think they had like this. Their episode was where Firestorm, the older gentleman, I can't remember his name, Doctor
Stein.
Stein,
Yeah.
he died.
Yeah, God, can we talk about how freaking they killed off Firestorm?
Wait,
my
what?
God. Oh,
Hold
you
up.
don't know this?
What the?
You not watched
Firestorm isn't
Legends?
there anymore. No, Firestorm is done.
Oh no! Wait, how
Yo.
far are you into Legends?
I haven't even started.
Oh,
You don't need to, my friend. It's not that good. It's not that good.
Don't let him make that choice.
I like the show actually.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay,
But
so-
did you watch crossover this year? The Crisis on Earth X?
No, I just saw trailers. And
Actually, you know
stuff.
what? That crossover, credit where credit's due. That's a really good crossover.
That was a good crossover.
Really enjoyed it.
I thought the last episode was lacking though, because that whole like everybody's going charging towards each other.
Yeah, underneath like a bridge or
Yeah.
something like. At least last year it was on a roof or whatever. It made it a little bit more epic. I was like,
I didn't
God, this-
like that trope. Like they're all on the line and they're just slowly walking towards each other until they all sprint and they go to each other's doppelgangers or whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, the crossover was good. The four-parter with Crisis on Earth X was pretty good, especially with like the Supergirl leading it off. I mean, the build-up was slow-ish, but that's because they had to establish.
You know what else I also like, actually, because this has been kind of hinted at in the Flash. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, go for it.
But like there was this one line where it's like Barry runs into this one random girl who like is like a weird
Yeah,
there or something like that, and she's like, "Oh, this is such a big moment for you. I'm glad I'm here to see it," or something like that. And he's like, "Okay, that's actually probably his daughter from the future."
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm really excited to be here.
Oh.
I mean, at a wedding, any wedding. It just so happens to be your wedding.
You love weddings.
I really do.
That's cool.
Actually, and I don't know. I just feel like this is gonna be one for the ages. I'm really happy I got to see it.
Have we met?
No, I'm a complete and total stranger. Good luck up there. Just remember to say I do.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
She showed up
What?
again. She showed
she
up
showed
again.
up in a recent episode too,
And she's writing in that language Barry was doing.
Yeah,
during the,
yeah, I mean, she may not be his daughter, but I'm like, how could
she
it
might.
not be his daughter?
There has to be
It has
something with
to
it.
be.
There has to be something along that
Because he does have a daughter who goes by the name Impulse in the future.
Wait,
Yeah, I
thought
know that.
Impulse was a guy.
Impulse is his
Grandson,
grandson or
right?
something like that. I think.
But I
'Cause
think-
he's from the 31st century, so it's like 100.
Oh.
No, it's like
Yeah, but I mean, if they want to license it for his daughter, I have no problem with that. I mean,
Well, his daughter's also gone by Impulse in the comics before.
oh, okay. So they have multiple sources to pick from.
Right.
But I mean, so to go into Flash, I mean, I stopped watching Flash too.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't watched this season. I barely watched this
Flash is the one that's most consistently quality 4 years in, I think.
Okay.
Not really.
Well,
not
see-
really.
Wait.
Season 3 was kind of trash.
I
and season 2
Savitar. I was so tired of speedsters.
like Savitar, everything Savitar.
Well, here's the thing, because
I was so tired of speedsters.
whichever one of us is in this, Frederick, either you or me, put up a picture of like what Savitar looks like in the comics. He almost looks like
Godspeed.
No, not Godspeed, not Godspeed. He looks like God. Who am I thinking of? Craven the Hunter, but as a speedster. I think an
what?
aesthetic look like that alone would make him a more interesting villain to fight, because he's like he's almost like just like this red devil speedster, which is like. And I'm so bummed that they decided to give him like a metal suit or something like that. I know they wanted to do that because they wanted to make him Future Flash, which is like a New 52 storyline.
I was
actually.
so confused on that.
He looked like a
Yeah.
fucking Bionicle or something.
Oh,
He looked like Opaka. Yeah, there's an arc in the New 52 that I'm lightly familiar with, like Future Flash arc, where there's this like Barry Allen from the future made out of pure like Speed Force energy, going back trying to destroy the Barry of that era to prevent him from turning him into this Barry, basically. That's
I'm already
kind of
confused.
That's kind of like the gist of what I remember it being. And I know they tried to do that in the season. I felt like it was weak. I like this season though. The fact that they don't have a speedster villain, which I get the annoyance, but I'm also like, this is kind of like his thing. This is someone who can only really match up to him being another speedster. So I don't have a huge issue with the fact that he just fights speedsters all the time. The Thinker is an incredibly engaging villain. He is always one step ahead. It's a good change of pace. I feel like. It's also
I like
also
the fact that
Barry
he went
in
away from speedsters.
Yeah, it's also putting Barry in an interesting corner, which I'm a big fan of. Actually.
I hate the fact that they had the first act. I like the first actor who played the Thinker, the older gentleman. I don't know his name.
Neither do I.
And then just I
changed him.
Yeah, they keep changing them because they have to, because of the Thinker's plan apparently. Because each person he inhabits has a different set of powers that they need to implement the ultimate plan.
But he just changed the one person so that he could have the telepathic powers. I think, as far as
so now it's back to a woman, right? It's in.
What?
He went into the body of a woman.
I'm behind episodes, so I haven't seen anything.
Well, that's not a spoiler.
I haven't seen anything since like Barry got that one guy out of prison and brought him to that monastery in Chelsea.
Okay, I think there's a couple more episodes after that.
Yeah, I haven't
Like
caught up.
3
Anything.
Okay, well that's not.
As I know, he's still in like
The dude?
The dude with the telepath.
All right, well, he changes bodies. I'm sorry.
All right,
I'm
wow.
sorry. I
No,
didn't.
that's okay. It's fine. It's whatever.
But,
I haven't seen that coming. That actually keeps it fresh. That's actually kind of cool.
I mean, I don't mind that. I just. I don't know. Like, I mean, I like how they had to have Eobard as the first villain.
I still find him to be the most compelling out of everybody.
But you know what?
He is super
you know
interesting.
what bothers me, though, is like, once they don't have a Harry, they just go to another Earth to get another Harry.
Yeah, that is weird.
I hate that.
Definitely
I
weird.
I like the other Earths. I love the other Earths like story arcs.
Yeah.
I like how they came into that. They like to recognize that there are like 53 Earths, including
Yeah.
Earth X.
53 including Earth X.
Including Earth X. But like, it's just like, I don't know if they just run out of ways for Tom Cavanaugh to stay on the series.
It's the same one. It's Harry from Earth 2.
I know, but like they just like, but it's just an easy way to get to safeguard a character, safeguard an actor on the show.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like the exact opposite of Game of Thrones.
yeah, that's why I love Game of Thrones. You don't know who's gonna die. But other than that, I mean, also for this semester or even for this year being very busy for me, I have to kind of like pick and choose what I'm gonna watch.
Yep, and it's been Black Lightning.
It has been Black Lightning has been one of them.
Yep.
But that's also because I really wanted to give it a chance, like pilot season and stuff like that. But like unless it's like keeping me gripped, I'm not. That's why I stopped watching Arrow. It's like I can spend my time doing other stuff.
Yeah.
And the other thing that's sort of important,
Which is sad. I really looked forward to like Tuesday when it was on, like, I think Tuesday nights.
Yeah, well, it's Thursday.
Well, no, like
Before
back
it
in
was
season 2, I think it was like
Tuesday
Tuesday nights.
Was it really Tuesday? I thought it was Thursdays all the time.
They switched a couple times.
Because I remember Supernatural like dominated like Wednesday night, I think.
I don't know. I just know it was on a different time, but whatever.
Okay.
But like when season 2 came on, like every episode was great. Every episode was great. And I just was looking forward to it every week.
Yep.
Now I'm like, I just can't.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it on Netflix.
Well, the other thing that it's easy to say that as well, because like now Netflix has a deal where they get all the CW shows 1 week after they're done releasing their entire season.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
like it's easy way. So I'm probably thinking about if there's a show that I'm not watching right now, and I'm not really encouraged to like sit through CW's ads and everything like that. I'm like, I'll just wait for Netflix. It'll be on there, and I guess Netflix and CW have a really solid deal because none of their shows are being taken off anytime soon.
Yeah, that's true. That's
so
true.
it's kind of always like you don't need to be consistently watching a show to like show Netflix, hey, keep it around. It's really good. It's worth the money.
Yeah.
But yeah, Arrow is definitely dropped. I still enjoy Flash. Actually, I don't have as many issues as other people do. I think it's because I like the cast so much, and I like Grant Gustin as Barry Allen.
I love him as
I
love him as
the
Flash.
leads of all these shows. Like I
Yeah.
like Stephen Amell. I like Grant Gustin.
I have nothing against them. It's just like the material they're given is not
Yeah.
good.
I actually like this new guy, Ralph Dibny. He's the elongated
stretch
man in the
guy.
comics. Yeah. I actually like him a lot.
He's growing on me.
He's definitely a character that needs to sort of evolve, and they're doing it at a pretty reasonable pace.
They
I
are
feel
doing
like.
it at a pretty reasonable pace.
What I'm worried about is what is obviously clearly going to happen is like he'll be gone by next season. Legend tomorrow, wherever it is.
No.
I'm not happy that Kid Flash is gone. I don't know where he is. Is he on Legends right now?
Yes.
Yep.
He is?
He just got brought on.
No. Like for real. Like
with
this
Rip.
season for
with
real.
Rip. Yeah. That was the last episode.
Wait,
no.
Rip Hunter.
Yeah, he's
I
back.
thought that guy was gone.
Oh
back.
no.
Great.
All right, so let's go into Legends now. Let's go in. Don't mind the wailing mother over here.
God. Legend of Tomorrow sucks.
No, it doesn't.
All right, I'll talk about why you like it.
I just like the characters.
No, I
have
like the
to say,
characters
and
too,
I like-
but you gotta do something good with them. You
Yo,
can't just put them in like, oh,
have
this
you-
year we're gonna go to
Yo,
1950. Oh, this year
chill.
we're in 1875. Oh, this year we're in the American Revolution. Oh, and I'm gonna keep making the same dumbass mistakes ever because I feel like I know how time travel works and nobody else knows time travel. I'm fucking the best. That's literally what every character is. I know how time travel works. I know there are no consequences. I'm gonna solve the problem. Oh, wait, here are all these consequences of me trying to mess with time travel. You can't mess with time travel. Oh, we gotta go fix everything. Okay, everything's better. All right, let's go to the next time period. It's so dumb. Please, I'm sorry.
I think you woke up the gym members upstairs.
I ain't working out, boys. Please, talk about why you like it. No, seriously. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dominate.
Yeah.
It's literally
No, it
just
felt like you had a lot of pent-up
No,
rage.
it's literally Legends of Tomorrow is the most infuriating show I have ever watched. I say that with no. I say it's more infuriating than watching The Big Bang Theory. That is something that is like unachievable. And the thing about it is, I think it's because it's such a huge disappointment. Big Bang Theory, you know what you're getting into, and yeah, it might be lame, but it's also like.
It's been on 4 years longer than it should have
Yeah,
been.
and also like what more were you expecting? Well, Legends of Tomorrow, you take characters that I really enjoy. I love Adam. I love Firestorm. I love Constantine. I love Kid Flash. I liked Rip Hunter.
Wait, pause for a sec. Constantine.
He was on a recent episode.
What
Oh,
is
he's
going on here?
He's on the cast full time?
No,
I thought they were bringing him on full time.
he did. Well, that's to be determined.
Huh.
But he came on for an episode.
Okay.
He came on for an episode to do an exorcism
Yep.
for
As he does.
a past. Yeah, that's his. That's his.
He did that in season 4 of Arrow.
Yeah, he banged Sarah, so
does he
Oh,
really?
okay.
yeah, they had sex.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
She's bi. Let it happen.
No,
but-
I'm not saying that's a problem. It's just like, oh my god, God, it's just like you. The issue with that show is it has like so little actual conflict. It's about like what is going to happen from one episode. Like the overall conflict of the show is never interesting. Every episode, as far as I remember, Firestorm, Jax, and Stein always had the same issue. Gramps, you don't know what I'm doing. Now listen here, Jefferson. We've got to do this. No, Gramps, you don't understand. I want to do this. Now Jefferson, please tell Stone. Okay, we got to work together. God, Firestorm, get your shit together. God, fucking Adam. Oh, I'm just gonna make things. Oh no, I'm a nerd. Oh no, I love my team member. Oh, it's infuriating. That show is infuriating. I will say.
Season 2 was pretty good, though. You have to give it that.
Are you
I
done?
didn't watch season 2.
Can Io and
You
I
have to
talk?
watch
Yes,
that.
please. I'm sorry.
All right.
I need to get up for a minute.
You were cut off, Io. You go on. You were cut off.
Yeah.
Please talk.
Right. I like the characters. I like the first season not so much, but like the second with the Legion of Doom and stuff like that.
I like the Legion.
I
of
like
Doom
that. That was
storyline.
great.
I thought that was good. I thought, and like they didn't let Eobard control them. They actually took some power back because they realized what his weakness was. He couldn't stay in one place too long, or else the Phantom or whatever that was.
Yeah, the Flash Phantom thing.
Black Flash would like come and get him and take him and erase him basically from the storyline.
Yeah.
Or it's not storyline, but like the timeline.
The timeline, yeah.
He died.
Eobard?
Reverse, yeah.
Well, he did, and he came back
For the
I
Crisis
think.
on Earth X.
Because I saw him in the trailer, and he was like,
Whatever.
just
But
chilling.
I do agree with Rant Boy's things a little bit, where the timeline things where they just like what cannot be changed, you know, that does wear on me. It does. I think Adam, the Brendan Routh's character, he needs some serious overhaul for character stuff, because he's still the same guy that was in episode 1. You know, he's still that great two-shoe scientist, like, oh, little boy, like kind of like nerd boy who grew up. I mean, he kind of needs to. He needs to change. That character needs to change drastically, or else he needs to get written off.
Right.
I mean, I'm not. He's just the same 2D character that is shown up in the first episodes. The most character change I've seen is in
Rip?
Fire, the fire dude.
Firestorm?
Firestorm.
No, not Firestorm.
Atom.
No.
Oh, Heatwave.
The criminal. Heatwave.
Heatwave. Oh.
Like I mean.
Yeah, true that. Because like he goes from like being the typical bad guy to like having a conscience and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's still like the guy who would just tell you to F off and stuff. But like, I mean, like he's willing to go to bat for these people now.
Yeah, true. Because like you could see that episode where he sees himself in the past burning the building and stuff, and
he's like that. Like there has been, I think, legitimate character growth for a lot of these characters. Firestorm, they had a lot of the same problems, but like growing. I mean. They also evolved too. I think that those two dual characters played off each other well.
They played off each other well, but my issue is like I never saw actual growth. I saw each place was a gimmick to sort of have the same conflict just repeat itself. That was like my personal issue.
No, and I get that issue, and I saw a lot.
Oh, there's this one thing that happens that pisses me off every time. They're having a fight, right?
Yep.
Firestorm can just go Firestorm, end it all, just burn everything or something, and then something happens, he gets sidelined or something, like someone shoots an arrow at him and he splits up, or something fucking happens, and that pisses me off every time.
Yeah,
it happens every time.
It's also like reality of like, I know Firestorm, I think he was cut because like he was too expensive. Like
okay, that makes sense.
That's an expensive
like the
thing.
Fire effects and the fire and the flying. Like Firestorm is an expensive character to like have. Not only like you also have to have like 2 actors be around to sort of inhabit that sort of role. Cutting it down to 1 actor to replace him is definitely much easier, and I understand that, but it doesn't make it any less sort of like egregious that they just did it in like some of the lamest way possible.
Yeah, but like since they have Kid Flash to replace him, isn't that going to be like the same issue with the speed lines and stuff?
I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna go with it. I think
it's cheaper because like they do Flash running every episode.
Okay, that makes sense.
And they can just recycle a lot of footage, and like the only stuff I think that they would have to redo is like when you see it in his state of mind, you know, like with those certain like slow action scenes and stuff, like where you might do something different. But a lot of the Flash stuff is reused. I think reused graphics because they have so much to choose from now.
Yeah, also like the characters are basically the same look. So
they're not far off. But I get where you were going with your rant. I totally do. I totally do.
Legends of Tomorrow frustrates me, and it hasn't improved at all from what I can hear. So it's like that's the other thing.
I don't know. I've seen some improvements in it. They've gone dark.
Like, I like these characters. I really do, and I want to see more out of them. It feels like they're just used for like the gimmick. That's
like
the issue. Did you see that episode where like everyone got killed off and then they became what's it called? Aberrations from time. You haven't.
I have not watched past season 1.
Watch season 2. It's good. Like the Legion of Doom actually won.
All right, maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll
you
check
have
it out.
to, please.
No, but like he's right. He's right in the fact that the Legion of Doom. I mean, it could like CW. I mean, well, Legends could have fallen into a hole where they just recycled past villains.
Yeah.
But each of these like the Legion of Doom guys, each had a charisma that brought something different to the table. Even the character who played Eobard Thawne, who wasn't originally Tom Cavanaugh. Technically, it wasn't Tom Cavanaugh.
No.
But
I like that guy who plays like Eobard Thawne, who's like his
actual
original.
Eobard.
Yeah, he's great.
He was around for like the Flashpoint episode of the Flash and stuff like that, and you get to know him a little bit more.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, in like the guy who plays Damien, and then you also have Malcolm Merlin. They each bring in like a certain villainous charisma that you expect from a Legion of Doom storyline.
Yeah.
And when me and Io said that the reason why we like that episode so much, although that storyline so much, and especially them, is that Eobard could have been easily the guy running things. Well, they didn't want to have any of that, so they found his weakness and they exploited it.
Yeah.
Which is what you would think a villainous superpower would do.
Yeah. I imagine we're not talking about Supergirl so much just because none of us really watch it, right?
No.
I watched the first season. I thought it was okay. What I am a little bummed out about is that I don't think they went enough into Kryptonian lore of that show. It was very sort of surface level.
Yeah.
And maybe the show has done more of that. I don't know. I know there's this character named Rain that's given Supergirl a hard
I think
time.
there's some more Kryptonian
I know the Legion
villains.
of Superheroes have shown up. I don't like the Brainiac 5 look for the Legion of Superheroes that have shown up in Supergirl.
What about Superboy?
Superboy has not shown up yet. No.
Or what's
Superman has been in the show, and I've seen clips of him, and he's
I like
great.
him.
I like that
I
Superman.
like that guy who played him for a little bit.
Yeah, I understand, Mr. White. No, Mr. White. Yes, Mr. White. Yes, I will have my article on your desk, lickety split. Yes, sir. I know that no one says lickety split anymore. Although you do still say Great Caesar's Ghost, which is a bit of a throwback. No, yes, sir. I am very aware that we are not talking about you. Yes, sir. Yes, I will have that to you. Hello?
Hang on, we're hearing of a possible explosion aboard the Venture. He's seeing this.
I pray she's watching this.
She is.
Supergirl.
Need a hand?
Hey, cuz.
It's good to see you.
This looks like a job for the both of us.
Absolutely.
I would like
Tyler
to
Hoechlin. You guys don't know Tyler.
he's from Teen Wolf, right?
Yes.
I would like to see Batman show up in a Supergirl episode or a Batgirl or something like that.
Devs.
Because I feel like Batman could work in a universe where Superman works better than Batman could work in a
They have
universe
to
where
really
Arrow
do a good
works.
casting with Bruce Wayne, though.
They do. They got to be able to get both.
They got to get both because we've had. Christian Bale. We've had Batfleck for the most recent Batmans.
Yep.
So if you're gonna do, I don't want to say you have to go cheap for a TV Batman.
Well,
but
I think you just got to measure expectations. Also, that's the other.
Yeah.
Because Tyler, how do you say the name?
I think it's Hoechlin.
Hoechlin, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, whatever.
Hoechlin, whatever. Not like a Henry Cavill Superman, but more along the lines of a Brandon Routh Superman. It gets the spirit of the character.
Yeah, he
Which is
got
all
the
you
spirit.
need.
He got Clark's. For the episodes I saw him in, he got Clark's clumsiness, his awkwardness, which he kind
And
of
Superman's stoicness.
and yeah.
Yeah, which is definitely what you got.
And he looked like the uncle a Supergirl could go talk to.
Yeah.
Diss her problems on because they're both the last Kryptonians, or as far as they know, and he's more seasoned at this. But he's also he's also still vulnerable as Superman, and he can rely on Kara to save him.
Yeah, and absolutely. And then obviously we had a whole episode about Black Lightning. We're all loving it so far. I think
It's still good.
for what we've
Still
seen.
all
I'm a
right.
couple episodes behind, but I am still loving it.
It's still all right.
Good stuff. I just want to say one thing before we sort of close out. I think the show that I'm most interested in seeing get to season 10 as the
Legends
Flash.
of Tomorrow.
No,
You really
it's
want
the
10
Flash.
seasons of Flash?
Well, because there's a build-up there. There's something been established. There's this. You remember that that newspaper clipping in that secret room?
Oh, yeah.
Flash
Oh,
goes
yeah,
missing
yeah,
in
yeah.
Vanished Cry- in like 2024 or something like that. Which the first season started in 2014. I also feel like that'll be the season when like. Do you remember there was an episode in season 2 where Reverse Flash came around?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like the version that they had known. It was an earlier version.
Yeah.
And he just didn't go back far enough to do what he wanted to
Yeah.
do.
Wait, what?
Okay, so like around the show, they will continue to run into the Reverse Flash as he appears in like their current timeline because the Reverse Flash has run back in time multiple times at different points in Barry's life. I feel like season 10 will be the time when like the Reverse Flash runs back for the first time. In the comics, Reverse Flash is like a big fan of Barry.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he idolizes Barry. He idolizes the Flash. And he goes back in time to try and meet him. But for whatever reason, Barry turns him the wrong way, which causes him to become the Reverse Flash, which causes him to become evil. I feel like that's what season 10 is going to be. And I feel like season 10, like the final shot, will be the Reverse Flash and season 10 Barry Allen running back to Barry's childhood, to his house. To see his mom murdered. I think that's how it's going to be. I think that's going to be
I don't want them to go 10 because Smallville went 10 and it turned into a hot mess.
People like Smallville season 2.
What?
Isn't that
I
when
like
Doomsday show up in
Smallville.
Yeah,
Darkseid?
it's too long. 10 seasons that's way too long for any television.
I would
What?
enjoy the
Supernatural is like 12, right?
That, and they
Flash.
should
This was like 14.
Yeah,
actually.
they should have ended a long time ago, to be
People
honest.
still like Supernatural.
I know. I watched it up until I can't remember what season, but it was for a while. But
Yeah.
then like it's like now people, I mean, it just doesn't. Nothing new can happen.
Yeah, I feel that. I will still wait for Flash to be season 10.
Yeah, go for it.
Anything else can end season 8 or whatever, you know?
Go for it.
It's a respectable show, but Flash I want to see all the way.
Okay.
What about Arrow? It's presently a season.
Arrow needs to go 8 and
7,
done.
or-
I don't know. I think they're going to keep it
8?
around. I think they're going to try and keep it around for 10.
God.
I don't know how that works, though, especially since all these shows are connected. What happens when one show is done?
I don't make special
Yeah,
guest
true.
appearances.
Yeah, definitely.
That's true. All right, then. This has been a very long episode of Nerds of UVM, but we want to thank you all for joining us and sort of experiencing it. We had a good discussion. I enjoyed it very much so. Some parts of it I got a little
For the
carried
rant.
away.
Yeah. 10-minute period of ranting.
Yeah, no, but I had a good time, and I want to thank you two for joining me. And I want to thank all of you for joining us in this little discussion. We're going to sign off right now. If you want to follow up with us and see more of what we do, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel here and follow our social media there. Follow those. That's what we got. But until next time, leave a comment down below, subscribe, like, and I'm signing off by saying I'm David.
I'm Bob.
I'm Mario.
And this is Nerds of UVM. Thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, live long and prosper.
Jesus, that was like you broke into a flop sweat.
You have failed this city.